Today, Elon Musk wrote, "I think SpaceX might be able to reach approximately $1 trillion in revenue in 2030. This number sounds rather absurd, but as I record this today, a handful of companies are not far off this number. Amazon, 700 plus billion a year, Walmart, around the same, companies like Apple, Alphabet, e.g. Google, all in the many hundreds of billions of dollars per year, and that's today. Most of the companies I just rattled off have a shot at also exceeding $1 trillion in revenue in 2030. Walmart may be a little bit of a stretch, but you never know. But Amazon, Apple, Alphabet, 10, 20% annual revenue growth out till 2030, and Apple, Alphabet, Amazon, all at that mark. SpaceX, of course, is starting from a much lower revenue base. So the first question you might ask, is this reasonable? And I would respond to that question with, is anything SpaceX has ever done reasonable? Spoiler alert. No, not even fucking close. The second question you might ask is, how could this occur? What would be required? A lot of things would need to go right, especially with Starship, continued expansion of SpaceX AI's AI compute infrastructure business, and improvements with their AI models. But all of these things are already trending in the right direction. If Starship is launching regularly and rapidly, in 2030, Starlink revenues alone could be in the hundreds even of billions of dollars per year. That's a decent chunk of the $1 trillion already. We can look to companies like Anthropic, who are seeing truly astronomical rates of growth in revenue month over month, quarter over quarter, to see that it's possible if XAI's products continue to improve and are more widely adopted, that their AI products alone could be doing hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue in 2030. AI infrastructure, AI compute, the numbers on that could be anything. 2 months ago, SpaceX was doing approximately $0 of annual revenue on the AI infrastructure business, e.g. leasing to companies like Anthropic and Google. But as I record this, the annualized rate of revenue from this business line, which again didn't even exist 2 months ago, well over $25 billion a year. Hypothetically, imagine a 10x on that, and you're now at $250 billion a year, and we've pretty much already made up, give or take, the better part of $1 trillion of revenue. Now, there's always going to be some number of dimwits out there. I still love you guys, even if you're dumb. I mean that, by the way. I do love you. But just to be clear, Elon Musk did not say, I guarantee you that SpaceX will definitely reach $1 trillion in revenue by 2030. He said, I think SpaceX might be able to reach approximately $1 trillion in revenue by 2030. Now, a key word here is think. And there's two meanings here. Think as in, I don't guarantee, but also he's actually thought about this and how SpaceX might actually get to this number. For what it's worth, I've just had a quick look at my Tesla valuation model. My base case, which admittedly I appear to be pathologically optimistic, so make of that what you will, has Tesla hitting the $1 trillion revenue mark in 2033. I am absolutely comfortable in suggesting that while it might not be 2030, it is only a matter of time before SpaceX does exceed $1 trillion in annual revenue. Same is true of Tesla. I also believe it's quite possible, maybe even likely, that SpaceX could meaningfully exceed Tesla's annual revenues, at least over the medium, e.g. 5-ish or more, 7, 8, 9, maybe as much as 10-year time frame. Not because Tesla is a trash company with no future prospects, but that the potential of SpaceX AI, which, to be clear, includes the dominant, only game in town launch business, which itself uniquely enables Starlink, which itself over the ultra long term could be a service with hundreds of millions of monthly subscribers. We've already seen verification to the tune of billions of dollars per month collectively from companies like Anthropic and Google that SpaceX AI has a unique ability to rapidly, economically, and coherently scale massive AI compute clusters, for which companies are willing to pay billions of dollars collectively per month to access. And we also know that SpaceX intends on pursuing orbital AI compute, only possible with the successful development of Starship, which is a borderline impossible engineering effort, which is generally what SpaceX tends to do time after time. Another example would be reusable rockets, which apparently were impossible until SpaceX proved otherwise. Much of this revenue hinges on Starship, but importantly, quite a bit does not. If orbital AI compute were never to take off and get it, because that was really bad, still leaving it in. Imagine it doesn't happen. In fact, delete Starlink, delete Falcon 9, delete Starship, delete the entire launch business and the communications business. Forget all of that. A singular AI infrastructure business alone, just Earth-based AI compute, could grow to hundreds of billions in annual revenues. It's worth thinking about for a moment. The fact that companies like Anthropic and Google are literally today paying collectively a couple of $1 billion per month to SpaceX AI to access the AI compute. Not all of it either, just a portion of it. I mean, surely a smart company like Google could have just done this themselves, right? Why would they be paying SpaceX AI $920 million per month to access a portion of the compute? Clearly, SpaceX AI has something that Google does not have themselves, hence the deal. Same is true of Anthropic. This unique ability to rapidly, affordably, and coherently scale AI compute on Earth is a massive advantage for SpaceX AI because they're also in the AI business, not just the hardware, but the software. Grok Build, Grok Imagine. SpaceX AI can rapidly, massively scale up AI compute infrastructure on Earth, offer deals to other companies on an ongoing recurring basis where either party can end the deal on 90 days notice, bring in billions of dollars per year, pay for the AI infrastructure build out in almost no time, while controlling their own destiny. Should SpaceX AI require an enormous increase in the amount of compute for training for a period of time, they can wind up some of the AI deals with other companies, utilize that compute capacity, train their models, leapfrog the industry, and carry on from there. Let's put it this way. Imagine you're an AI company in one of two situations. Situation number one is you do not have enough AI compute to meet your needs, not even close. You can't scale it as quickly or affordably or as coherently as SpaceX AI. The most logical way for you to secure access to more AI compute, which you desperately need, is to get down on your hands and knees, approach SpaceX AI, and do whatever it takes. That's situation one. Don't have enough compute, can't build it as fast, affordably, or coherently as SpaceX AI, so the most logical thing for you to do is throw money at them to access more compute, and you still remain forever constrained. Situation two would be that of SpaceX AI, able to scale up AI compute faster, cheaper, and better than any other company on the planet, have more AI compute currently in place than you currently need, be able to offer these desperate companies who are willing to do anything and essentially pay anything, access to your unneeded AI compute on terms that are very favorable to you, not just financially, but if you ever need that compute, 90 days notice, see you later Google, see you later Anthropic. In short, you have far more AI compute than you need, and any surplus you can charge other companies to access. And should you ever need to regain some of that compute, 90 days notice, goodbye. I mean, it's pretty obvious which company is in the better position here. Desperate for AI compute they can't access unless they pay you, or have an abundance of AI compute. Everybody wants it. They're willing to pay essentially anything and accept just essentially any terms. So let's just zoom out and take a quick snapshot of where we are right now. We already have proof through the Anthropic and Google deals that SpaceX AI is currently capable of doing something with Earth-based AI compute clusters that no other company can do. This matters. There's nothing stopping a company like Google or Anthropic ordering approximately 12 trillion metric fuck tons of GPUs from NVIDIA, building Earth-based AI data centers, and then using them for their own needs. Nothing stopping these companies from doing that, yet they're not. I mean, technically they are, but that's not all they're doing. You cannot ignore the deals with SpaceX AI to access portions of their existing compute. These are astronomical deals. The payback period appears to be a year or two at most, maybe even less. So, riddle me this. If that's the state of things today with Earth-based compute, where other companies besides SpaceX AI could be doing yet aren't doing what SpaceX AI is doing with AI clusters, what do you imagine might happen when the enabler for orbital AI compute is Starship, a technology being developed and going along quite well within SpaceX, a company who today are already launching roughly 90% of all of the world's payload to orbit, has already built out a network of roughly 10,000 Starlink satellites. In other words, they're the only company that's going to have the technical capability of putting data centers into space at scale. How do you think that plays out? By the way, I'll spoil the story of how that plays out. Companies who today are so desperate on Earth, they're throwing crazy money at SpaceX AI to access portions of their Earth-based compute, are going to be so desperate to get their hands on some of this orbital AI compute that not only will they be willing to pay quite a bit to access a portion of what I continue to call Starthink. Oh no, it ain't going to end there. They will be so desperate. Daddy, what can I do to please you? I want to be your number one bitch. How do I curry favor? Daddy, I'll do anything. So SpaceX, also known as Daddy, says, sure, I've got a great idea. You can help pay for Starthink. You can help fund the satellites, the launches, everything. You can throw us money, help accelerate things. We'll give you a sweetheart deal. You won't be exclusive because Daddy needs some side bitches as well. But maybe you get first in line. Maybe you get priority access. Maybe you get better terms. No exclusive access. But sure, if you fund a significant portion of the build out, the launch, the deployment of Starthink, Daddy promises to look after you. Back to Musk's original post. For SpaceX to do $1 trillion of revenue in 2030 would be incredible. It's definitely not reasonable, nor is anything SpaceX has ever achieved. But it's absolutely one of the possible outcomes. And if not 2030, at some point, surely. What I would strongly suggest to all of the SpaceX investors, or potential SpaceX investors, whether you did or didn't buy at the IPO or are looking at buying the stock, forget what Elon Musk said. I mean, it's an interesting data point. He's obviously thought about this and sees it as one of the possible outcomes. No. Build a valuation model for SpaceX. Model out Starlink user growth for home broadband and mobile. Understand that the amount of bandwidth required for a cell service is much less than home broadband. So factor that in. It's extremely likely that Starlink cell service monthly subscribers will massively outnumber home broadband over the long term. Understand what successful development of Starship will enable in terms of gigabits per second per launch. Spoiler alert, it's more than a 20-fold increase over Falcon 9 today. Consider the other possible AI compute deals that may appear in near and long term. Consider the potential acquisition and or integration of Cursor, potential user growth for Grok Build, Grok Imagine, the possibilities of the MacroHard project, the potential of orbital AI compute. Model this stuff out. Then you don't need to look at somebody else's guess or estimate or think I might, maybe, possibly. Fuck that. Use your brain. Do your best to estimate where you see this company going. This is how to make decisions as an investor. You've got to think for yourself. You've got to take the time to model this out. You'll never guess perfectly, but you've got to make the attempt. Otherwise, you'll make the mistake of reflexively dismissing this kind of stuff. I guarantee I can tell you, if I went searching in the comments here, for Musk post, I think SpaceX might be able to reach approximately $1 trillion in revenue in 2030. You'll see a bunch of people who I absolutely guarantee you have not attempted to model SpaceX out over the future at all, having an absolute meltdown. In fact, let's have a quick look now. I'll ask Grok back in a moment. Didn't take long. Grok putting together some of the best comments as I speak. Let's see what we've got here. Quote, enough with the projections you never hit. All you've done is take neat ideas, build big companies until fraud or declining sales hit, merge or buy one for regulatory or tax credits. Historical facts don't lie. The next one. A CEO blatantly lying like this used to be illegal. Lol, it's absolutely wild that this type of blatant and egregious market manipulation is just fine. Now, by the way, this is amazing. These people are so extremely retarded that they've taken Musk saying that he thinks and might as a guarantee of the future, and also failed to recognize that Musk sharing the fact that he thinks and might XYZ in the future is simply that, a thought about what might be able to occur. I mean, a lie would be Elon saying, I'm a woman. The next post. Here comes, as expected, pie in the sky dream. Dilute the shit out of your stock for excessively overpriced SpaceX. The next comment says, you're now a public company. Can't just say shit like this anymore. Need to do it via correct market announcements. Gonna start skipping ahead. There's plenty of these, but I want to find a few highlights. Okay, nice. Grok's actually put together a compilation of a bunch of posts in one. Scammer's gonna scam. Ha 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 ha. Is this not fraud? This is how you pump a stock right after IPO at 8 to 10 years. This is actually pretty funny. This user seems to be tacitly admitting that, well, it'll definitely hit $1 trillion in revenue, but it might take another 8 or 10 years longer. Impossible in our lifetime, says somebody who may not intend on living too much longer, I guess. Snake oil salesman. And finally, another lie. Stop it. So as expected, plenty of skeptics and haters having a total meltdown over Musk sharing the fact that he thinks it might be possible. I wonder what these same people would have been saying 20 years ago had Musk announced on X, I think it might be possible to build a reusable orbital class rocket. Bit of food for thought. Thanks for watching. If you appreciate the content and want to support the channel, check out the links below where you can get early access to daily videos, unlock hundreds of exclusive pieces of content and plenty more. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.